Good evening and welcome to Yoga and Meditation. My name is Dr. Aisha Wright-Burke, and it's my pleasure to host you this evening. So we can go through a series of poses or asanas as well as indulge in some meditation. You have joined us on the Atlanta Track Club's The Distance. This is your place for staying active while social distancing. And in case you haven't joined us before, this is a 30-minute yoga and meditation session. And it isn't your typical yoga session where there is a warm-up, a peak, and a cool down, but rather we'll go through about 7 or 8 asanas or poses, and then we'll spend some time on some breath work and meditation. So in case you are new or a beginner to yoga, it is a wonderful way to cross-train for runners and walkers and all athletes alike. And it's a wonderful way to elongate your muscles and calm down your parasympathetic nervous system. So good for the mind as well as the body and muscles. So I'll hang around after we go through our session in case you have any questions. And we do have a number of classes that we've done. And this is the second to last live version of the class. So really glad that you're able to join us today. And we'll go ahead and get started. So find yourself a comfortable seated position with your hands at heart center and close your eyes. And once you have your eyes closed, think of a word or a person, even if it's yourself, to dedicate this time to this evening, this hump day evening. And thank you for taking care of yourself, because without caring for yourself, you cannot care for others. And once you've settled on your dedication, we're going to take one deep inhale in, breathing in all those things that bring us joy and build us up, and then exhaling all those things that do not serve us. One more deep inhale, breathing in all those things that bring you joy, and exhaling all those things that are toxic and do not serve you. Then slowly open your eyes. And we'll come to a tabletop position at the front of your mat. So in your tabletop position, you're going to curl your toes under and push your legs back for downward facing dog. And you can pedal out your feet. It's our first asana for this evening. We'll be here for a few breaths. Stay strong in your arms. Don't forget to breathe. Then you're going to walk your feet to your hands that are at the top of the mat. Make sure your feet are hips width apart. And you're going to bend your knees. Slowly raise your arms on either side of your head and gaze through both of your hands. And then move your glutes, your lower glutes, towards the back of your legs. So we don't want to look like this. We want to look more like this. So you're engaging your core, you're engaging your quads in chair pose. Just a few more breaths here. You're doing great. Then we're going to bend at the knees. Hands come down to the mat in front of your feet. For easy forward fold. Then we're going to bend our knees, place our hands on the mat, and we're going to walk our feet back. So we're in the plank, high plank. Stay strong in your core. Make sure your hands are all underneath your shoulders. And if you haven't taken a look at the poses that we're doing today, they're all focused around our core. Because we need a strong core to balance our strong back and help us be awesome athletes. Just a few more breaths here. Stay strong in your legs and arms. And then bring those knees down so you're in a tabletop position. And just rest for a moment. Then we're going to press back into downward facing dog again. And we won't stay here too long, because then we're going to rock forward in the plank, just like we were. And this time you're going to lower down. Low plank. You can put your knees down to help stabilize you. And if you need to rest your arms, you can come back up and lower back down again. And lift back up. We'll take a breather. Come back down for a third time. Chaturanga. Modified chaturanga. Then come back up again into tabletop. Rest our shoulders and arms. Don't forget to breathe. Next, so move your hands just a bit out from your knees, because we're going to press back into downward facing dog again. So curling your toes under, pressing those legs back. And this time we're going to come down on our forearms on the mat. You can keep your palms flat or bring them together for Dolphin. Again, engage your core. Stay strong in your legs. And your gaze should be towards your feet. Just one more breath. And then bring your knees down gently to the mat. And we're back at tabletop, hands and knees. You're doing great. Okay, we're going to run through those one more time. So back to downward facing dog, curling our toes under. Hands out in front of us, and we're pushing our legs back. You're going to walk your feet towards your hands. Bend it at the knees. Moving those glutes towards the backs of your thighs. Hands come to either side of your ears. Arms come to either sides of your ears. Now I'll get down on my knees so you can see what my arms look like. That's what they look like. My apologies for not adjusting the screen. So we're in chair. Gaze in between our two hands. Then we're going to bend at the knees and let our hands float to the mat. Easy forward fold. And bending deeper into our knees, palms come to the floor, walking our feet back for high plank. You're doing wonderful. Then place your knees on the mat before we go into staff pose or chaturanga. So we're on hands and knees, tabletop. And we're going to press back into downward facing dog again. And this time we're going to rock forward and not stay in that high plank, but lower ourselves down as slow as you can. Until your belly is flat on the mat. Then keep your toes curled under. And your palms still on the mat. Leaving your knees on the mat, you're just going to lift up. So the upper body is still giving weight into your hands, like you're doing a modified push-up. This modified chaturanga. And you're going to curl your toes under, push back for downward facing dog again. Then lower into your forearms for dolphin. Stay strong in your core. Stay strong in those arms. Engage your shoulder blades. A few more breaths here. And lower your knees to the mat. Great. Then come back to tabletop. Next, we're going to do side vinyasas. And I know you might be like, what's a side vinyasa? So you're going to take your right hand and place it in front of your face at the top of the mat. And you're going to turn to your left. You have a couple different variations for side plank or side vinyasa. So the first, you can have your right foot at the tip of your side of your mat, left foot at the tip of the mat. So toes are here. Outstretch that right leg. Left hand extends over your ear, your left ear. Next variation, challenge you to have your right knee down, left leg extended. Next two require a little bit more balance, and you choose what's right for you. You have both legs extended. Or right leg down, left leg up in the air. I'm going to put mine down. So you have 4 choices. Choose which one is best for you today. And once you're in that position, we're just going to sweep our arm down across our body. And you're going to sit back. And if you're just balancing on both of your feet, you're just going to stay extended. You're just going to bring your arm down. We're going to sweep our arm down and then bring it back up for 1. We'll do 3 on each side. So left arm up. We'll sweep down for 1. Down for 2. Down for 3. And then we're going to bring our left arm back to meet our right arm and hand on the mat, and we're back in tabletop. So we're going to do the left side. Left hand comes in front of our face. We're turning to the right. And you have your 4 choices. Left leg down, right leg extended. Right leg in front, left leg extended. Feet stacked. And the left arm, left leg extended. So choose your position. And we're going to go down for 1. Down for 2. Last one. Down for 3. Then down into the mat. Wonderful. So you're going to find a comfortable seat with your feet facing towards the front of the mat. And you have 2 variations. Actually 3 for both. So, again, we're using our core muscles. You're going to bring both the soles of your feet to the mat. Arms are going to be extended in front of you. And we're going to lift one leg. We'll lift the right leg first, bent at the knee. We'll put it down. Lift the left leg, bent at the knee. Put it down. And then we're going to lean back just slightly and lift both feet off the ground. This is your first modification for both. If you want a little bit more, raise your feet. Make sure that your neck is aligned with your back and shoulders, and you aren't stretching your neck. And if you want a little bit more, extend your legs. I'm going to leave mine bent for today. So choose your boat for today. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Remember, stay strong in your core. Shoulders back. Arms reaching towards your feet. Gazing towards your toes. Remember, yoga is a balance of flexibility and strength in your body. Everyone has both. And you're looking to use yoga as a way to find more balance in your body between these two. And we're going to gently lay our feet back on the mat. Didn't that feel great? All right, we'll do it one more time. So we're going to raise our arms. We'll lean back slightly, keeping those shoulders back, that chest forward. We'll raise our right foot bent at the knee. Then gently put it down. Raising our left leg bent at the knee. Gently put it down. Then lean back slightly to bring both feet off of the mat. Gazing forward. Not stretching your neck. Just like when you do sit-ups. You don't want to extend your neck too far. Make sure it's aligned with your spine. And lift your toes just a little bit more. Probably feel it in your core now. That means the pose is doing its job. And you can extend a little bit more if you want a little bit more. Or stay where you are. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower. Wonderful. All right, we have one more asana left. So we're going to lay on our backs. Feet facing towards the front of the mat. And we're going to be doing bridge. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet to our mat. And they should be as close to your hamstrings as you can get them comfortably. And we're going to put both hands palm down on the mat. And you're going to lift from your hips up into the sky. Shoulders on the mat. Head back of the head is on the mat for bridge. Act like there's a thread in your belly button, pulling it towards the ceiling. Just a few more breaths here. Stay strong in your core, stay strong in your legs. Press up. Then gently lower from the top of your spine, vertebra by vertebra, down onto the mat. And we're going to do this one more time. So wait a few moments. All right, we're going to get ready to lift our hips again. So hands are palm down on the mat. Soles are rooted at each of the four corners into the mat. Legs are slightly apart. And on 1, 2, 3, we're going to lift our hips to the ceiling. Stay strong in your core, stay strong in your legs. Few more breaths. And then lower yourself from the top of your vertebra, one by one, down onto the mat. Then lay both of your legs on the mat. And take a moment and feel and take notice inside. What parts of your body still need a stretch? What pieces feel like they've gotten a good stretch? Elongating your muscles through yoga as well as other activities when you cross-train help prevent injury or less prone to injury because you're making your muscles more pliable and they're not as tight. So if it's not yoga, make sure that you're stretching before and after your physical activities, especially those runners and walkers of the Atlanta Truck Club. All right. Place both of your feet at the corners of the front of your mat. And with your palms up at a 45-degree angle out by your sides, squeeze your toes together and release them. Try and squeeze your entire foot, each one independently. Squeeze it really tight. Release it. Tense up both your legs. Really tight. Release them. Ball up your fists. Release them. Tense up your arms. Release them. As best you can, tighten your torso. Squeeze those abs. Release them. Tense up your shoulders. Bring them towards your ears. Release them. Ball up your face. Make it really tense. Scrunch it up really good. And release it. And relax for a few moments in Shavasana. With your eyes closed. Slowly wiggle your toes. Gently wiggle your fingers. Bring your body back to the present, back to life. And with your eyes closed, come to a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. And bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to take one deep inhale just to exhale. One more deep inhale just to exhale. And with our deep next inhale, we're going to exhale in one Bidra mantra, Om. Inhale. May your light shine bright for all to see. Stay safe and stay healthy. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me this Wednesday evening. I hope you'll join us again. And we have plenty of past sessions that you can revisit or visit for the first time on the Atlanta Track Club's The Distance, which is your place for staying active while social distancing. It's been my pleasure to host you. Again, my name is Dr. Aisha Wright-Burke. I am a 500-hour yoga instructor, and I'm also an Atlanta Track Club board member and volunteer, as you can see. So I hope you join us for other sessions that we have during the week. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., Olympian Rob Mullet will be doing dynamic drills, so make sure you check him out, as well as some of the other courses that we have throughout the weekday. I'll hang around in case you have questions, but again, thank you for joining me here this evening. See you later. Have a good night. Hey, thank you for visiting, Mr. Motion. Hey, Brandy, thank you for joining. Hey, Tasha, thank you for joining. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you coming out. You see, you worked out this mic thing, right? Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yes, finally I figured it out. Of course, with your help to start. You all are amazing. Have a great rest of your week. And hopefully I'll see you next week.